Hey everyone, what's up? It's Lauren Carr with Just Veganin, where in each episode we try to look at a different aspect of the vegan lifestyle. And oh my goodness, I wanted to give you all a bit of a life update because my 2023, well, let's say I didn't quite step into it as I was hoping to. So I wanted to let you guys know what's going on. And hey, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe because believe me, you do not want to be missing out on these so crazily good times. Time for the news, time for the tea. Well, now some of you who follow me on social media, you probably already know what I'm going to talk about because I have written and posted about this, but those of you who don't, well, this is going to be news to you. So my start to 2023 was quite eventful. Now on June 29th, I was out for a run and so was the dog. And this dog was chasing after a ball and it ended up colliding into me, which ended up shattering my ankle and breaking my fibula and tibia. Now I had to take an ambulance to the emergency room because I'm not gonna lie, the bone was you could see the bone was almost going through my skin, but it didn't, thank God. So I went there, I ended up having to get it reset twice. Now luckily they gave me some ketamine, which made it a very trippy experience. And then after that I ended up having to undergo 2 surgeries. Now the first one, I am gonna show some pics. If you get squeamish with I don't know, medical pictures, maybe don't look, but none of it, you're not gonna see, I don't know, there's it's not too gory or anything. It's just kind of the hardware that I had to get put on. So anyway, have a look. First thing I got on was an external fixator because they had to allow my swelling to go down, but then also had to make sure that my bones were aligned because let's just say they were not, which is why they had to be reset twice. But so that was on for about 4 days. And then I had my second surgery, which they put this frame on. Now, sometimes when you have breaks, they end up doing a surgery and they end up plating it. But because my bones were quite broken severely, they weren't able to have anything to plate it onto. So I got this external frame. Now it's quite a crazy contraption. It looks like something from the medieval ages or something, almost like a torture device, but the science and technology behind it is quite incredible. So you kind of have I have wires that go from one end of my ankle to the other, and there's a few of them which kind of keeps my ankle together. And then they have bolts that go basically on the outside of my shin, which is kind of putting together and keeping aligned my tibia and fibula. Woo! Woo, science is amazing. So I have that on. Now that frame, there's a bottom part to the frame that I'll have on for the next 6 to 8 weeks. I'll be on crutches, but then I will eventually be a little less weight bearing. I'll be able to put some weight on with the crutches, and then I will eventually be able to walk with this. After the 6 to 8 weeks, I get the bottom part off, but I still have the circular bit around my leg, which will stay on for 3 to 6 months. So, but the cool thing is with this contraption, as I like to call it, I'm sure there's a more scientific name, I will eventually be going from walking to maybe running on a treadmill to maybe even doing some forward squat jumps to doing some squats. But all of this will be done in time. I will be working with the physio, which I obviously am very grateful for the physio, and I just, I want to do everything right because let's be honest, I want to get back to 125% and I really don't want to get arthritis in that ankle. So as you know, I'm quite an active person. I'm a personal trainer and performer. So these things are important. I want my leg and my ankle to be working. But ooh, also news, don't you guys worry. The dog is fine. I know I ended up in not a great state. The dog was jumping up and down and fine after, which I'm happy for because let's be honest, as you know, I love dogs. Biggest reason I became vegan was for animal rights. So glad the little guy's okay, and it was so cute. But one of the main things I kind of wanted to make this vlog to talk about is let's be grateful for the NHS. Now, a lot of you, yes, I'm an American, but I live over here in the UK and we have the NHS, which is the socialized healthcare system. Wow, so grateful for it. Honestly, if I was living in the States, everything that I had done probably would have been over $100,000 and obviously more. And yes, over here we do pay for it in our taxes, but at least we know where our taxes are going towards, you know what I mean, to the socialized healthcare, which is so insanely good. I walked out of the hospital not having to pay a thing, which was great. Spending 11 days in the hospital, I've never spent that long in a hospital in my whole entire life. So, oh gosh, the nurses were incredible. They really knew what they were doing. They were kind, they were compassionate. They made a very stressful and at times painful situation. They made it positive. They made it bearable. They really went above and beyond with the service that they offered. They were constantly checking on me. It really was incredible. And the doctors and the surgeons, wow, they know what they were doing. I was in the Royal London Hospital because that's one of the number 1 hospitals here in London for trauma patients. And obviously there was big leg trauma going on with me. It was insane how great they were with communicating what I had, what we were going to do to fix it, and then how we will, rehab it and get me back to where I need to be. They were clear. They were so precise with like what they did. They really knew what they were doing. I was so impressed with like the knowledge, the professionalism. And then of course I'll be working with my physio, which even when I was in the hospital, it's like he just got me thinking so positively. He's like, okay, these are the things you want to do. You want to run again. We're going to get there. We're going to work together. So I'll be doing physio like twice a week. Honestly, I just hope everyone in this country really appreciates what our healthcare system does. All of these people, they're miracle workers, and without the NHS, I don't know what we would do. So I just really want people to fight for the NHS, and like the government needs to know these professionals need to be paid more, and they also need more staff. Like if we don't have the system, where are we going to be? Privatized healthcare does not necessarily work, and so many people cannot get it. So we need to be so grateful for what we have and also fight for it, because honestly, the services that they provide are so vital to all of us. If you don't have health, you don't have wealth. So we love you, NHS. Yes. And wow, I hope you all are doing well. And I hope your 2023, I hope you were able to step into it or even jump into it. Maybe in a bit more positive way than I did. But I hope you all are doing well. As always, thank you so much for watching. And please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Just Veganin, and follow me on Instagram at Just Veganin.